Now, while we're on the subject of using type as a graphic element on a design such as this, I want to show you one very cool thing about layer grouping. What I'm going to do is bring back all of the palettes. And again, if you wish to save this for future reference, by all means do. I'm actually going to close it down and say don't save. What I want to do is come back to the Photoshop file browser. And what we'll do is we'll scroll down to the very bottom and we can see an image here called Vancouver TIFF. Okay, double click to open that. By all means, again, hit the F key to get it big in the screen. Now, it says at this point, money vacations. Well, obviously, we want another graphic that's going to appear in here. Okay, well, I've got that saved again, this time in the channels palette. If you go ahead and click on channels, you'll see that in Alpha 1, there is an alpha channel created for saving. So we're just going to create a very generic poster here that would say money saving vacations. The reason I want to show you this is we want to take a series of images and mask them out inside the saving word. I'll show you a very quick way of doing it. What we'll do is bring the file browser to the front again, and you'll see that just back from the Vancouver file, we have a document called 20 JPEG. And this is just an image graphic of a $20 bill. Just going to close down the file browser there. And then making sure that I'm on my move tool, just hit the V key just to be sure. I'm going to click and drag that note across into the background file. Okay, so we have our banknote here ready to go. Now what we're going to do is basically arrange a series of these notes on top of each other with drop shadows and then mask them all out inside the word saving. Now this doesn't require as many masks as you think. This is such a fast and easy process. What I'm going to do is just turn on the visibility for Alpha 1 so we can see the size that I'm going to make the banknotes as I work through this. And just go to my layers palette and check that we are on layer 1. What I'll do now is press Ctrl T to bring up free transform and then hold down the shift key and just feel free to drag on one of the corner points and rotate the image around and put it into position somewhere over the word saving. So imagine we're creating kind of an array of notes here as if we'd laid them all down and photograph them at the same time. Obviously, we're taking a slightly longer route here because I want to show you a really cool effect. So let's position that one round about there, hit return or enter to say OK. And then what we'll do is apply a very quick drop shadow effect to this because I want to see a drop shadow every time we apply a new note. So come down to the bottom of the layers palette and once again go ahead and choose drop shadow. That will bring up the standard drop shadow filter. And by all means just click and drag to define a new position for that shadow wherever you need it to be. It doesn't need to be too much because don't forget we're going to have note on top of note so the shadow wouldn't be too huge. But the cool thing is every time we rotate the angle of the note, the shadow will always fall at the same angle because it's based up here in the layer styles as a global light. Now go ahead and click OK. What we'll do now is do some very simple copy and transform functions. Hold down the Alt key or the Option key, drag another copy of that note, free transform, just rotate it around to a slightly different position, say OK, get it into place. Again, copy another one, free transform, do whatever you want to do to them, and just arrange these in a way that you will see there are multiple images here inside the file as we go along. Let's pull that one to there. That'll do pretty good. And maybe just one more. We'll close that out quite nicely. See, it's very handy having the alpha channel visible in the background. Allows you to see what you are doing and know that you have the right amount of cache visible in the area that you're wanting to mask out. Now in the layers palette, we can see that all the layers are visible plus all of their effects. So what I'm going to do is close all of these up by closing the icon next to the layer effects option just to give ourselves a little bit more room. And then what we need to do is make a layer that's the same shape as our savings word. So literally load a selection from the alpha channels and make a layer from it. So come over to the channels palette. Let's turn off the visibility for Alpha 1, but hold down the Control key and click on it to make a selection. As you know already, let's go across to the layers palette. By all means, create a brand new layer and simply hit Alt Backspace or Option Delete to fill that with black pixels.